You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up, guys? So, here's the thing. If you guys know me, you know that I've been playing video games just about my whole life, alright? I could think back when I was a small child, and one of the first few video games that I ever played was the Mario game that they released on the Nintendo 64, the castle one where you had to, of course, like every other Mario, but I remember playing that, and then I remember playing Mario Kart, and then I remember years later my dad getting me the PlayStation 2, having over 100 video games on there. Now, I'll admit, games made me mad back then, alright? They did. Ain't no different than how I feel now. But the difference between games back then and video games now is that back then, it was because I couldn't get through a level. Today, I can easily get through those levels. No problems, no issues. I can get through those levels, right? That's one thing that I have to say that I've never struggled with in games today, is that I've struggled with levels. Like, yeah, I might get stuck here and there, but guess what exists? YouTube. So therefore, you can't get stuck on no level, not in this day and age. But back then, and this is because this is like before YouTube. This is before, like, and I wasn't gonna like, okay, like, hey mom, hey dad, can you go up to GameStops and get me the little guidebooks that that every video game came out with. Now it's like that's why you don't even see those books anymore, because why? There's YouTube. So now that we're in this day and age where video games is literally like a computer within a computer, my question is that why is it that developers will spend all of this time developing a game just for the game to not work properly? That's what confuses me so much about video games, from Fortnite to Grand Theft Auto to Call of Duty to Battlefield to the small developers to the big developers. There's always that one game, and then it just makes you have a different outlook on every game possible. And it's that one game that causes so much stress, so much frustration. It's like, bruh, what is going on with video games today? I feel like I've talked on this before, but no, like tonight I'm a little extra upset with this because it makes no sense to me. No sense that there are literally people that spend that you go to school and you study for this, okay? You spend day and night working on a video game. It is literally your job to come out with just one good video game. And you see a lot of games with negative ratings. People, they're not even rating the game, they're just cracking jokes. It's not people talking on how fun the game is. Why is that? Honestly, why is it that it has to take fans to get so upset, to get so riled up to where they protest, they riot, they talk crap about you guys on social media? And then it seems like when you guys finally reach that point where you're cornered and you have no choice but to work on the game, it's like, look at the video game Cyberpunk 2077. Look at how much that they got cornered for when they released that game and how unfinished it was. But here it is. There's so many other games out there where they do the same exact thing and they get away with it. Why? Why is that? Why is it that there's companies, there's people out there that they can release an unreleased video, or they can release a game that shouldn't even be released, and they just get away with it? They get away with the fact that it's like you charge people all this money, and then you ask for more money because, every game gotta have a battle pass, every game gotta have this, every game gotta have... They can't just come out with a game that's just fun. Like that, why is it that the formula that got people into gaming in the first place back in like the 90s and the 2000s, when I feel like gaming was at its prime, when you had Xbox, PlayStation 2, GameCube, you had some of the best games come out on those consoles, and PC too. But I'm saying it confuses the life out of me. that you guys come out with these games and like what's the issue? What's the issue now? Where it's like every game possible has to have an issue. They can't just come out with a working game. Games gotta have bug fix updates. Game gotta go through maintenance updates. Games gotta have updates to add new content. Games got. Why is it that when a game comes out, all of the content is just available right then and there? Why is it that I gotta play the game? So I gotta play the campaign on this date. I gotta play multiplayer on this date, and I gotta play all the other DLCs and all the other extra stuff on this date. Why can't the game just not be all right then and there? Like how it was, like I feel like that companies, they kind of got away with it back in like the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 days, because we didn't care about the DLCs. We knew it's like, okay, DLC comes out, is added content. It seemed like that it was a step further into games, but now it's like it's just you guys release content, but the content is broken. What, like, honestly, it's giving me a headache when every night when I play a game, and I always have to have an issue with it. There's never a time where I'm just playing a game and I'm having fun. It makes you like, man, like I took gaming back then for granted. I took it for granted. Like, these games used to be so good, and I got stressed out because I couldn't get through a level. Now I'm like, bro, I want to play those games again. I want to live for that moment again in gaming. But it just seems like now it's like, no, that's all that. And what's so upsetting is like people just don't, like, they don't care. They don't care. They're all like, oh, well, Call of Duty, it's Call of Duty. It still has the title, so therefore it's still the same game. No, it's not. Comparing Modern Warfare 2, this new one, to the old Modern Warfare 2, this new Modern Warfare 2 should be shut down, okay? Fortnite is one of those games where it's all like, bruh, let the game, and me, after tonight of playing, trying to play Fortnite, after tonight, I'm like, I don't ever care for playing that game again. If friends want to play, then I'll just play out of support for them. But other than, at least with that game, it's free. But whatever happened to the original Fortnite? Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to the Fortnite where it was this horde mode? Why is that mode not taking off? Why do they think just everybody's like, oh, let's just add all this random? And it took, the only reason why I downloaded Fortnite tonight is because, and it's so misleading. Like, they'll have it where you play these modes where it's like this Unreal Engine crap, right? And that right there, that seems cool. That seems chill. What they got going on. Maybe if they did more of that, maybe, just maybe, Fortnite can be a great game again. But for now, where it currently stands with me, I do not ever care in my life on playing Fortnite again. Ever. If they say that game were to close down, shut down, all that stuff, and it's, we're done, we're retiring Fortnite, I will not lose any sleep over it. That goes for Call of Duty, NBA 2K, Madden, every other game that I have played in the recent years that has these issues for no reason. I'm saying, like, there are so many games out there where it's like, you guys literally rob people. You rob people of their happiness, and you rob people of their money. There are so many people that it trips me out. Where it's like, I always talk on how, back when I was a kid, how I would like rage so much on a video game because, I couldn't get through a level. But it's like, bro, I'd rather go through that 100 times than to just remotely deal with the fact that I purchased the game, I put money in the game, I did all this, invested all this crap, done made videos, then did all this stuff promoting this game, right? Promoting it. And it's like, back then, games didn't have no promotion. Games had maybe a little TV trailer, maybe some time on G4 TV. That was about it. But now they have social media where they literally take the time to hype up these games, come up with these freaking nonsense of trailers, all these posts and all this other stuff. Oh, let's do this, let's come out with this, let's come out. And the thing is what they're missing is that you are making this for gamers, people that play video games. Who are you making these games for? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I'm like, bro, if I was a kid, right? If I was me, if I was like 8-year-old TMossBoss, right? In this, I have Tony Hawk's Underground, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I'm trying Madden NFL 07, NBA Street Volume 2. I have those games in front of me. And then you got 2K, Call of Duty, the new Maddens, and Grand Theft Auto 5. You got these. The only reason, okay, why these games, and I honestly think that with every game, but the only reason, all right, why they will try to hype up some game is for the visual effects. Oh, let's make a game look all colorful for the kids today. Speaking on Fortnite. Oh, let's make LeBron James look like LeBron James. NBA 2K. Oh, let's make, these war games sound like that these people are at an actual war. But we're just gonna take away all of the fun that's literally, okay, in the 2 words video games. It might not spell it out, but you can see it, okay? You can see the word fun in video games, right? Not in this day and age. Not in this day and age where games don't start up, games will crash on you, okay? What are some other things? Games want to take forever to load up. I'm saying, like, you have all of these issues, okay? All of these issues with video games. And yet, none of the developers know how to fix them. Why is that? Why is it that you guys still keep continuously adding to this formula of what video games are today instead of just going back to the old ways of how I guarantee and I promise you, if there is a developer that sat down and they took the time to make video games that was like how they were back in the day, and they sat down, they took the time to come out with those games, I guarantee and I promise you, games wouldn't be having an issue. They wouldn't. They would not. And for some reason, it's like, man, it honestly, it upsets me. It gets to the point where I'm like, bro, have I seen my final days with gaming? Because honestly, that's what I truly do believe. I truly do believe that I am done with gaming. I do not ever care in life to play another video game again. That is where I am at mentally. And the thing is this, developers will hear this, right? They'll hear this, brush it off. No, that's just one. Imagine if there was millions of people across the world where everybody felt, because I guarantee and I promise you, I know I might be talking a lot of trash about Call of Duty recently, but I guarantee and I promise you, it's going to be like that with a lot of video games. A lot. You're going to start seeing a lot of companies shutting down. You're going to see a lot of video games, just over, or companies closing their doors, video games shutting down. All right. You're going to see it where like PC gaming, console gaming, all that stuff. It's all just going to disappear because companies want to keep continuously releasing games that are broken. Why? Why do you guys feel like that it is okay to release a broken video game and then just charge all this money? If you left it up to me, like, I wish there was like a gaming association, like where there's a person that has a say-so, like a gaming president, where there was a person that had a say-so in what goes down with video games today. And you know what I would do? If that game is not an overwhelmingly positive 5-star game, if that game ain't got every person that's playing it, okay? Every person that's playing it saying that this is the greatest video game of all time, I will have it where they make no money off of the game. No money whatsoever. No. That means cosmetics. That means DLCs. If that game isn't an overwhelmingly positive game, if that game remotely comes out with any bugs, any issues, startup issues, crashing issues, all that stuff, the developers make no money. If you want to make money, you got to release a good game. You got to release a game that works. But until then, that game is free. And then if the game works out and it's cool and all that stuff, then we'll add some money to it. But and that's the thing where it's like that's not a thing. So of course they're gonna take advantage of it. Game developers, they are taking the most amount of advantage that they can possibly take from us gamers. The most, and people are so blind by it. So blind by it to where it's like you'll see maybe like that one good game in the rough. That you'll see that one good game where it's like, oh, well, this game is actually fun. This game is actually a chill game. Oh man, like they need to make more games like this. But developers literally see games like that, and that's why you don't see where like games like God of War or Elden Ring, like yeah, you might see where they blow up for that. Let's just go on Twitch real quick and see like what's like the most like or the games with like the most viewers right now. Okay, so Apex, alright, so let's actually recommend it viewers from high. So, Grand Theft Auto 5, Valorant, League of Legends. I really don't hear too much about League of Legends, but I'm pretty sure there's probably some issues with that. Apex, Counter-Strike, I think they're promoting the fact that they're coming out with a part 2. Good old Fortnite, what's this, Team Fight Tactics? I never heard of that. Call of Duty, Dead by Daylight, World of War. You know what? Just with all these games that's like all that's listed right now, I'm getting ready to talk on every game that's listed right now and like the first 3 columns on how every issue that I had with at least with the games that I played. Starting off with Grand Theft Auto 5. They keep pretty much beating at a dead horse with this game. It's over. Move on, okay? You literally have Red Dead Redemption 2 that should have had this spot. Where Red Dead Redemption 2 should have been the game with 106,000 viewers. Not Grand Theft Auto 5, a game that came out over 10 years ago, and you guys haven't done nothing to it in the recent years. Absolutely nothing. The fact that they even have money to come out with trailers, and it wasn't like how it was back in the day when it originally came out. Remember how every day they will show a trailer? Now it's like you may see a trailer every blue moon. Because they're all like, oh, well, we have enough to come out with a trailer. So yeah, let's just overall, just do that and stuff. And it's like the game it sucks. Work on something else. It's over. Let it go, okay? But it's like, stop continuously coming out with not even updates, bro. I don't even know what to call it, what they do with that game. But it's like, it's pointless, okay? It's just pointless. Valorant doesn't even start up for me for some reason. You have to download this game in so many different ways. Go to your BIOS section of your computer and things. And it's like, I should just be able to download the game and start it. Why is there extra stuff happening with it? Apex, it's like it's a game where it's like you have to play that game with friends. Otherwise, if you play it by yourself, it's just gonna eliminate the fun from it. Counter-Strike, I think when I last tried playing Counter-Strike, it had issues. Fortnite, it's just, yeah, tonight when I was trying to play, it just kept taking forever to load. And it's like, you didn't do that before. Why are you doing it now? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 doesn't even start up for me on both Steam and Battle.net. So that game needs to definitely, out of all these games, need to be shut down. Dead by Daylight has a racist community. Daisy, it's an old game. It's one of those games where it's like, I mean, it does its thing, but I consider it an old game. It's like, it's one of those games where it's like, you guys could do something with it, but it plays like it's a 1999 game or something like that. So, but I guess like, to eliminate date, because I'm like, I haven't really been playing it recently, so it's whatever with that game. Overwatch 2, I still don't get why they did what they did with that game. It's like you could have just stuck with Overwatch. Putting a 2 at the end of it, it doesn't change. It's still the same game. All right, it's still the same game. So Minecraft is all right. Call of Duty, yeah, again, broken. I haven't played Escape from Tarkov and I don't know how long. What are some other games? Rainbow Six Siege. It's you guys again. It's kind of giving them the same treatment as Grand Theft Auto 5. You guys literally have Rainbow Six Extraction. Work on that game. Do some stuff with that game. Destiny 2 is a scam. It's one of those games, even though the one dude just passed away, and I know people are all like, oh, you should have a little bit more respect for Destiny 2. I have nothing but the most amount of respect for that man that passed away. But the video game that he was a part of, it is a scam, okay? It is a scam. Charging 40-something. The game isn't even free. You have to buy the DLCs. And I'm like, yeah, it's with a lot of games today. It's like, I don't know what crack you guys are smoking, but stop, okay? Just work on the game. That's it. Whatever you guys are doing, and it's like, then you got games that's all like, oh, well, let's keep delaying it. Speaking on the day before. I'm telling you, man, it's like playing video games, and I just have a strange feeling that the day before is going to come out and it's going to fail. Now where I'm standing at with video games, I don't even really trust the idea of even buying that game when it releases. Like, if that game maybe has like a very positive or overwhelmingly positive ratings, then okay. But if that game remotely says negatives or mixed or whatever, I'm not playing it. I'm not. I don't even care if it's at mostly positive. I'm not playing that game because I'm so sick and tired of video games coming out and they're halfway made. So I'm hoping when that game comes out, it's a good game. It's one of those games where it's like, you know what? Everything paid off in the long run. I actually have a game that I can play for a long period of time. But if that game comes out and it remotely has mostly positive or lower, I'm not playing it. That game either needs to be at very positive or overwhelmingly positive. But if it's not, I give up. I give up. All right. So, but anyways, I'm not gonna do no promo stuff because it's like, gaming done gave me a headache, and I'm like, I just don't particularly I'm done with video games tonight. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching or however you're viewing this. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.